everyone to some more Genshin Impact. And today, we'll be continuing the Hues of the Violet Garden event. Because part 2 is available. Act 2, whatever. And I think it should start soon. I don't know. Basically, I immediately decided to do this now because what if there's extra dialogue that pops up? Who knows? I actually don't know. But anyways, the point being, this is available now, and the objective is wait until the following day between this time and, yeah, head to Rito. So this one is Act 2, What the Blue Flowers Left Behind. And also, it's kind of quiet on my end, so give me a second. Oops. There we go. Oh yeah, and also I'm in the chasm because I didn't really move from this spot. Anyways, what is today? Like 6. Let's at least head to Rito. Hopefully the NPCs aren't stuck in the ground again because that was weird last time. It happened twice last time, and thus I had to restart the game. Well, it's not really like completely restart. I just log out and log back in, and it kind of technically fixes it. So, okay, now let us wait. Okay. That's also why I'm recording now, because I don't know if it's already passed to the new day. We'll find out in a minute. It's hard to tell because when I opened up the game, I think it was like past midnight. Okay, I think I do have to wait a whole day. Yeah, it's a whole day. It's so hard to tell. It's really hard to tell, if I have to be honest. Because I was thinking, it's like, wait, how much in-game time has passed when I opened up the game? Because it was already at night, and it's hard to tell if it was like midnight or not. So, yeah. And don't worry, it doesn't take too long, so it's okay.
The passenger ship from Liyue that we're supposed to meet should be arriving soon. Let's go to the docks. You know that Shincho will be on board, right? So we should be careful not to say anything about the stolen novels.
Yeah, what's that say? Okay, so I was right, yes. Paimon does say something, and I wanted to make sure that was in. So, yeah. Also, another reason I'm playing is, like, early, kind of, today. It's because, as per usual, because, the other servers got the quest a bit earlier because, time zones. People were spoiling. So, I had to make sure I don't get spoiled as well. I mean, I know I could just avoid Twitter and stuff, but Twitter muting doesn't work half the time. And for some reason, it especially doesn't work with Genshin. I don't know why. Seriously, I have filtered any possible tag related to leak, spoiler stuff. It didn't work half the time. So, yeah. Oh, and also this banner, I also realized it is of the Allergic of the Sword, or whatever it's called. Yeah. I realized that between recordings.
You must be visiting from Liyue to participate in the Iridori Festival. We'll be your guides, and we'll take you onto the island. Huh? Is it Paimon, or have we met somewhere before?
Yes, in fact we have. I'm Hues from Feiyun Commerce Guild. Aboard this ship we have calligraphers, painters, and even players of Theater Mechanicus. The inventor of Theater Mechanicus previously came to the Feiyun Commerce Guild seeking investment. Although the guild manager was not interested, the master still wanted to support them. We heard that they'd be demonstrating the game and letting people try Theater Mechanicus at the Iridori Festival. So the guild manager instructed Master and I to take the opportunity to come to Inazuma and investigate the product's potential.
Oh, speaking of which, where's the young master?
Master, he's,
Whoa! Xingqiu's just sitting there, sound asleep.
What? Oh. It's the Traveler in Paimon. I presume you're guests in Inazuma as well? It seems fate has destined our paths to cross once again.
Oh, we aren't actually guests. We're actually guides for the Iridori Festival.
Xingqiu, how are you doing? You seem a little down.
Please, no need to worry. I was a little too caught up in a novel on the voyage here. When I finally realized what time it was, the first rays of dawn were already peeking over the horizon. Yes, now that we've arrived, the Kanjo Commission will likely wish to inspect our invitation letter. Let's keep it in hand, shall we? Huh? That's odd.
What's wrong?
There was a piece of paper underneath my bag. Strange. I don't recall seeing it there before.
Ooh, let Paimon have a look.
Oh, it's another one of these. Okay. The 5 Kasen Splendor. Aoi no Okina. Glorious court life was my youth, and my old age a moonlit haze. I had not wished to behave so treacherously, but my very life was threatened. So I sought out my old work and hid them in my clothes. I do not understand the reason behind all that has happened. Only that only that the mysterious person's motives must be perverse. This poem was dedicated to Akihito, who to my great sorrow was banished.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. It's from the same series as the story we found before. Even the handwriting looks exactly the same.
The story you found before?
Oh, yeah! In the warehouse down by the...
Ahem.
by the poem hunt competition! Yeah, that's it! A friend of ours is on Rito to paint portraits of the 5 Kasen. You know, as part of the Iridori Festival. Poetic stories about the 5 Kasen have been hidden in various places nearby. If you can find one of the stories and give it to this friend of ours, then there's a chance you'll become the model for the next portrait.
Wait a moment. So you mean that...
Uh-oh, he's on to us. Paimon, you're so terrible at making up stories.
Hey, it's hard coming up with stuff on the spot like that.
There's a chance of meeting Calx in person?
Huh? Oh, yeah. You could say that.
Really? That's wonderful! I knew that Calx would attend the Irodori Festival, but convincing my father to let me come to Inazuma was proving to be quite the high hurdle. I had to really rack my mind to come up with the excuse of evaluating the investment value of Theater Mechanicus. Just a few days later, word then came that Calx would be busy painting portraits of the 5 Kasen during the festival. It is a most rare opportunity for both Calx and I to be in Inazuma together, but it seemed he would be too busy with the portraits to meet with me. So, I felt quite disappointed for some time now.
Don't worry, Xingqiu. Even though Calx has work to do, he still has time to see friends. We can take you to see him right now. Also, we heard that Calx did illustrations for your A Legend of Sword novel.
So you've already heard. To be honest, my works have drawn little interest in Liyue. However, the novels are selling quite well in Inazuma with the help of Calx's beautiful illustrations. Calx is not only a skilled artist, but he also carries out his craft with great alacrity. I heard that it took him merely a few hours to finish the illustrations for the latest chapter. But when I looked at the art, the brushwork did not even look the slightest bit rushed. His work is truly exquisite. Oh my, I was beginning to get carried away there. Let us depart, quickly now.
Luckily, the idea of meeting Albedo managed to draw Xingqiu's attention and keep the situation under wraps. Let's just hope we don't let anything slip while meeting Albedo.
There we go. Also, isn't it bad to kind of whisper that directly behind him, though? We found a little sheet of paper. Also, it is still early, so my throat is kind of bad, so I apologize if I'm coughing a bit. Look at the fish. Beautiful fish. We do have more of the poem things available now, like the last two, but we'll be doing that after we do this.
Traveler, Paimon, how are you? And who is this accompanying you?
You must be Calx. It's a great pleasure to finally meet you. I am the author of A Legend of Sword, forgive me. It's rude of me to introduce myself by my pen name when meeting in person. Please, call me Xingqiu.
And you may call me Albedo, then.
No, that would be most improper.
Why not? Seeing as we're both friends of the Traveler, it'd be more convenient for us to use our real names. Besides, we've already corresponded with each other many times before. In fact, I feel a bit self-conscious seeing you act so politely.
It's not just you, Albedo. We haven't seen Xingqiu act this awkward before either.
It's a real eye-opener, that's for sure. Learn some new tips on manners.
You guys, it's certainly not good taste for you two to be teasing me like that. Oh, by the way, we happened to find a story from the poem hunt competition at the docks. I heard that you are collecting them.
Poem hunt?
You know, that thing where we have to find pieces of paper with stories of the 5 Kassen? Venti found one, and then he was allowed to be a model for one of your portraits.
Huh? Oh, yes, that's right. Oh, I understand the story now. Thank you. It's very helpful.
Splendid. Though, I'm still piecing together the story myself. Would you kindly explain it to me in more detail?
If all of you are free, why don't we discuss this over a meal?
Oh, well, about that.
Do you have other plans, Xingqiu?
No, not at all. Speaking of dining, Shimura's unagi chasuke is quite delicious. Would you like to go there?
Shimura's. Unfortunately, today is a bit windy. How about Uyu Restaurant instead?
That's perfectly fine with me. But I must first unpack my luggage. Let's meet later at Uyu Restaurant.
Something didn't quite add up just now.
Huh? No way! Paimon thinks we acted well together. Did we say something we weren't supposed to?
No, Paimon, I'm not referring to us. Traveler, what are your thoughts?
Xingqiu is a little suspicious.
Huh? Xingqiu's suspicious? Hey, what are you two talking about?
Paimon, you read the poem, right? Although it may seem confusing to Xingqiu on its own, what if we read it together with a previous poem we found?
Read them together? Let's see. Suiko lost Aoi no Okina's poem in a drunken stupor. So, Aoi no Okina recovered the poem and gave it to some mysterious person. Huh? Wait a minute. Could today's story be hinting that the one who stole the latest copies of A Legend of Sword is Xingqiu himself? No way! That can't be right! Xingqiu only arrived in Inazuma this morning!
And that is precisely the point of suspicion. If Xingqiu had only just arrived in Inazuma, how could he recommend Shimura's chasuke? Moreover, He didn't raise any questions when I suggested another place because of the windy weather. This means he knows that Shimura's is an open-air restaurant.
Are you saying that Shincho has already been in Inazuma for some time, and that he's only pretending he just arrived?
Yes, that is indeed my conclusion.
But how could Shincho be the book thief? His mission is to fight for justice, isn't it? There's no way he'd do something against his own ideals.
Calm down, Paimon. Even though this is the first time I've met Shincho in person, we've communicated via letters for some time now. I do have some understanding of his character. I think there must be some deeper motive at play here. The story also tells us that Aoi no Okina flees with a poem because of a threat.
Oh? Could Shincho be in danger?
It's difficult to say at this point. But given that Uyu Restaurant is indoors, it'll be easy for us to detect anyone following or eavesdropping on us. I think it should be safe for us to talk there. I'll be relying on your assistance to get to the bottom of this matter.
Got it.
Good. Then let's head to Uyu Restaurant.
Okay. Head to Uyu Restaurant. So I'm guessing all the way in, the city. Yep. You know, considering there might be quite a bit today, I will just teleport to this one and walk there. Please no one clip into the ground. If I see it again, I will have to restart because it's just going to be weird to see it in the background of cutscenes otherwise. I really love the events so far. I mean, that's pretty obvious. I tend to like stories no matter what. Well, you know, unless, you know, something is, you know, not really, like, good. Obviously. So. Oh god, like. Yeah, to be honest, I did find it a bit suspicious. Because I was like, wait, that doesn't add up. But,
I don't see anyone suspicious around. It seems clear for the moment. Let's go inside and wait for Shincho.
Oh, this whole thing's starting to make Paimon a little nervous. What do we do? And what do we talk about when Shincho gets here?
First, we must ascertain whether Shincho was already in Inazuma or not. If we can find evidence of him deceiving us, then we can use it as leverage to persuade him to tell us the truth. Since we're still waiting for him, why don't you go and chat with other guests in the restaurant and see if you can learn anything useful?
okay, enter the restaurant. Okay, ask around. Apparently we also talked to Albedo. Hello.
Hello there. What can I get for you?
Hi! Do you have any special recommendations today?
Why, of course. I'd personally recommend our freshly caught seafood. It's been pouring these past 2 days, so the fishing boats haven't been able to sail at all. But the weather finally cleared up today, so we have some fresh catch.
So the weather at sea has been bad these past few days?
It sure has. A few guests from Liyue were just telling me that their boat was heaving and rolling all the way here. They couldn't do anything but sleep the entire trip.
Oh, this might be some useful information.
Talk to you last.
The last phase of the Irodori Festival is when they release the all-new publications. The one I'm really looking forward to is A Legend of Sword.
That's right. A signed first edition is going to become quite the collectible. I've got to get my hands on a copy.
I've seen Genyu's signature before. His handwriting is super neat. He must be really diligent about his style.
He'll be there in person on the day of the release, so we'll get a good look at him then. I hear that he's actually pretty young.
Wait a minute. Did you just hear that? Not only will Shincho be signing novels at the release, but his handwriting is super neat? Albedo, what should we talk about when Shincho gets here? Any ideas?
I will try to break the ice by talking about our work on novels and illustrations. If he really is hiding something, then he might feel even more nervous than we do. If we start by talking about our work creating novels, perhaps he will lower his guard.
Oh, come to think of it, Shincho mentioned that he'd like to thank you for finishing the illustrations on time. He said they looked amazing despite the time you had.
Is that so? That is also a very valuable clue.
That was delicious. Inazuman cuisine largely consists of fresh seafood, which is certainly to my liking.
That's good. We were worried you might not have an appetite because you didn't sleep well. Now's our chance. Let's talk to Shincho and see if he says anything useful. Maybe we could start by asking him about the journey.
Talk about his thoughts regarding the journey, talk about the book he read during the voyage, or talk about the scenery on the journey. Should we talk about the book or his thoughts? I don't know, was he paying attention to scenery? Let's talk about his thoughts regarding the journey or something.
Well, I've never embarked on such a long journey before. Though I was quite excited when we set off, the long days at sea quickly became most monotonous.
Speaking of the journey, did anything noteworthy happen along the way?
Well, to be honest, I spent most of the trip with my nose in a novel.
Well, that didn't tell us much.
Okay. Okay, the game doesn't there's no penalty. Okay. Talk about the book he read during the voyage.
By the way, Shincho, what book were you reading on the way here?
Oh, I was reading a novel called Pretty Please Kitsune Guji. It was sent to me by my editor.
Didn't you feel dizzy while reading on the ship?
It was nothing I couldn't handle. Don't forget, I'm proficient in the arts of the Guhua clan. That being said, there were quite a few people aboard who felt seasick.
Well, there doesn't seem to be anything suspicious about what he said so far.
Okay, talk about the scenery on the journey.
To be honest, there wasn't much to see. Just water all around, morning to night. The sheer monotony of the trip caused everyone to grow a little impatient. So, when the peak of Mount Yogo finally appeared in the distance as we approached the islands of Inazuma, everyone crowded the deck to have a look. However, the ship sailed along at a crawling pace. It took a whole day from the time we saw the mountain peak to the time we docked.
Paimon didn't catch anything suspicious so far.
No, there was something really suspicious.
Oh, right! If it took an entire day to reach the docks, then it would have been pouring rain at the time they saw the top of the mountain.
We learned a couple of things from his account, but we still require more evidence. Let's discuss creating novels with Shincho.
Okay, talk about Shincho's own novel, I guess.
While it is entertaining to read novels, writing one is an endeavor of its own. You must give great thought to every detail, from the layout of the plot to the rhythm of the lines. And even when you have come up with interesting content, there's still no guarantee that it will be to your liking.
I couldn't agree more. Whether it's writing a book, creating art, or studying alchemy, seldom can you really feel joy after seriously delving into the work.
Xingqiu and Albedo are getting into some deep topics now. But nothing suspicious has come up.
Yeah. But also, that whole talk, the whole mention of like how writing novels feel, I'm like, oh my god. The most relatable feeling as I am literally struggling to work on my own project. Which, like, does have moments where I'm like, is this good or is this better? Yeah. Anyways, talk about Albedo's illustrations.
Speaking of illustrations, Albedo, I've long wished to express my sincerest gratitude for providing the illustrations in my novel. My novel didn't sell well in Liyue, so I must admit that I had some reservations regarding its potential. Yet you've consistently managed to select the most important scene of the chapter for your illustrations. This made me feel as though what I was trying to express could be understood after all.
Thank you. However, I took some risks in the illustrations, so I'm feeling slightly uneasy myself.
Risk?
Light novel illustrations are typically centered around the characters, but this time, I adopted a different approach in the illustration for the last chapter.
Well, that scene was intended to depict the change in the world, so I thought it very fitting to draw only scenery.
Doesn't sound like anything suspicious has come up so far.
No, there was a crack in his alibi. My illustrations were sent for printing the moment they arrived in Inazuma. So, logically speaking, there's no way he could possibly know what the illustrations look like. Xingqiu, we have something very important to ask you now.
Oh? Why the solemn looks all of a sudden?
Xingqiu, what's with the facade?
Huh? I'm afraid I don't follow.
Mr. Okazaki told us earlier that actually the weather at sea was very bad these last few days. So when you said that everyone came running to the deck to see Mount Yogo, that couldn't have happened!
On top of that, the latest installment of A Legend of Sword will only be revealed at the Irodori Festival. Even we, the creators, haven't received a sample copy. If that's the case, how could you know what my illustrations look like?
Well...
The jig's up, Xingqiu. You were already in Inazuma before today, weren't you? Are you in some kind of danger but can't tell us the truth? Don't worry. The Traveler and Albedo are no pushovers. We can help you.
No, please. You misunderstand me. I suppose my lack of sleep is inevitably taking its toll on my mind. I didn't notice for a moment that you were testing me at all. I did in fact come to Inazuma early to handle some things. Let me consider how to explain this. Oh, this is most embarrassing.
Oh, well, if this isn't a coincidence, I didn't expect to see everyone here.
Huh? Tone-deaf Bard, what are you doing here?
I heard that the owner of this establishment has some fine-aged wines. I didn't want to miss the opportunity to taste them.
Paimon knew you couldn't possibly be up to anything good.
Says who? In fact, I come as the bearer of good tidings. I just bumped into Kujo Sara a moment ago. She said that the Tenryou Commission has apprehended the criminal who stole all those copies of A Legend of Sword. You needn't worry about it any longer.
Huh? The criminal who stole A Legend of Sword?
Did I say something I shouldn't have?
Oh no. The person they apprehended. Was it by chance an editor named Onodera?
Apologies, Kujo Sara didn't mention a name, but I saw her taking someone toward Hanamizaka.
Everyone, it's too late to explain. We must make haste and rescue Onodera.
Okay. Okay, so... Okay, hopefully we get quite a bit of explanation soon. Get to the editorial house. It's nearby, so you don't have to go too far. Oh dear, what's going on?
Please, wait! Onodera is innocent!
Oh, so you must be the author of A Legend of Sword. I didn't expect to see others tagging along with you.
Anyway, you mustn't take him away. I can explain everything.
No need to worry, Genyu. I've just explained everything to Madame Kujo, and Kuroda has testified for me.
Yes. In fact, we were just getting ready to leave.
Oh, phew. What a relief. Wait a minute. Does everyone else here already know?
Well, to be precise, we had dispatched 2 additional squads here, in order to prevent the suspect from escaping.
Shinjo looks pretty flustered. What exactly is going on here?
I bet it has something to do with his signature.
Though it's most embarrassing, it appears quite a few people are aware of the situation now. There's no use keeping it a secret. In the end, I'm the one responsible for this whole predicament.
No, Genyu. It's only appropriate that I take responsibility for this. Everyone, please let me explain. For the Iridori Festival, I recommended the idea of selling newly released novels signed by the authors. Not only was this the first major project I was in charge of since joining the Yai publishing house, but Lady Yai also gave me a lot of support. However, I did not discuss our plans with the authors in advance. As a result, it caused a great deal of trouble for Genyu.
Yes, to be frank, calligraphy is not my strong point, so signing events are really not my forte.
Even though such an event will be difficult for Genyu, after telling him how important the plans were to me, he immediately boarded a ship to Inazuma to come up with a solution. So these past few days, Genyu has been actively practicing his handwriting. However, it takes time to sign each book, and we realized the time we reserved for the signing was not nearly enough. So I came up with the idea of moving the new books from the warehouse to my place. That way, Genyu could use these few days to sign them all. I thought everything would work out without a hitch. I never expected that someone would immediately realize that the books were missing from the warehouse. To make things worse, I was on vacation and staying with Genyu in my house these past few days. I had no idea that the situation had turned into such a huge mess. All of this happened because I wanted to prove myself through this event.
Onodera, I agreed to your proposal because I didn't want the readers to know of my unsightly handwriting. Also, I knew that Onodera had been misled by one of my prior signatures. At a previous event, the Yai publishing house had requested autographs of authors so that they could be put on display. I practiced tirelessly for an entire day to finally deliver a stylish and elegant signature for the event. But looking back on it now, I had dug myself into a hole by delivering that nice signature for the sake of my pride.
Hey, come on, you two. Loosen up a little. The theft was nothing more than a simple misunderstanding. Besides, everyone has something they do not wish others to see.
Yeah, that's right. All that matters is that Shinjo and his books are okay.
Onodera, I think you should explain the truth regarding the stolen books to the rest of the people on Rito.
Yes, I understand. I'll apologize to everyone.
We should probably be heading back to Rito as well. Let's tag along.
Alright. That was just all a somewhat complicated situation. Anyways, let's go. Actually, you can see NPCs clipped into the ground. I will restart. Hasn't happened yet. know, think about it. I have no idea how to respond to this situation. Because I'm like, I kind of have messy signatures myself. So I'm like, I don't know how to respond. Okay, it doesn't look like anyone clipped into the ground, so I think we're okay.
To request a fanfiction booth, please apply here.
Onodera, what are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be on leave these few days?
I'm very sorry for all the trouble that I've caused.
Yes, Onodera, but why didn't you tell everyone earlier? If you had told us, we could have thought of some ways to help you.
That's right. We're a team, and we should be helping each other in tough situations like this.
Let's leave the past behind us now. Our first priority is to help Genyu with his signatures. How is your progress so far?
My progress is not what I had hoped for. Even after working through the night these past few days, I've only finished perhaps 1/10 of the signatures.
Oh, no wonder Shincho looked so sleepy today.
I understand. Murata, go back to Yae Publishing House and get Aratani to book a room on the second floor of the Uyu restaurant. We'll be using it for Genyu's emergency calligraphy lessons.
Yes, Mr. Hirayama. It just so happens that my brother is a calligrapher. Should I ask him to lend his assistance as well?
Yes, good idea. Ah, you've just reminded me. 2 calligraphers from Liyue arrived today. We've worked with them before, so I'll go and ask them to help out too.
It seems I'm really in for it now.
No need to worry, Genyu. I'm sure you can do it. Didn't you finish the last chapter of your novel in just 1 week's time?
Yes, but writing novels and learning calligraphy are 2 entirely different skills.
Even though Shincho still has to deal with his handwriting issue, Paimon somehow feels a little relieved now.
I always used to prefer working alone in my workshop, but I've come to realize that solving problems with others also has its merits.
We also owe a special ode of gratitude to the mysterious person who has been leaving important info for us along the way.
Huh? You mean whoever left behind those stories about the 5 Kasen?
Pardon me, but what are you talking about?
Oh, right. We haven't had a chance to explain things to Shincho yet.
I see. It appears that Onodera and I were spotted when we were moving the books. Albedo, may I ask you one thing? Are you able to include me in a portrait as well? Not only do I owe the successful resolution of today's incident to that story, but I also hope that I'll remember this lesson.
No problem. Considering the similarities between the portrait and the events that have taken place, your proposal is very reasonable.
That figure was none other than Aoi no Okina himself. This turn of events had begun with an unnamed individual, under whose coercion, Aoi no Okina was forced to take drastic measures to retrieve a page of poetry. He knew nothing of this individual's true intentions. All he knew was that the poem had to do with an old acquaintance, Akahito.
Albedo really is something. He finished the portrait of Aoi no Okina in no time at all. Wonder how Shincho's calligraphy training is going at Uyu Restaurant. Hey, do you think whoever left those stories for us could be hiding somewhere nearby?
It's a possibility.
Oh, hello? Mr. Storywriter? Are you here? Could you please help Shincho with something? He's a friend of ours, and the release of his new book is super important to him. Oh, what's that sound? It was just a cat. Looks like we can't make them reveal themselves that easily. It's getting late now. Well, let's go back and get some rest. We still have to go to the docks and wait for another ship tomorrow morning.
Oh, that's the end of Act 2. Well, we still got a few things, so it will last the rest of the video. So, Jesus. Okay, not yet, not yet. Interesting.
Almighty Shogun. Make sure you get in line early to buy your special edition.
Okay, I already talked to those NPCs. Oh yeah, first let's go do the poetry. So I have the poetry still available. I didn't do my commissions because I thought like it was already like it already turned to the next day in the game. And I was like, I don't want Paimon to speak while I'm doing commissions. So that's why my commissions are still here. Okay, so we'll continue with the poetry one. Part 2. Okay. Pretty much the same deal. And after this, we'll check out the Theater Mechanicus a little bit, and then we can do the second Iridori anecdote. Okay, let's not check that yet. Let's do all this first, and then we do the anecdote. Miss, wonderful timing. Len and I were just working on a new poem. Need my help in getting some inspiration again? That's right. Under Otomo's instruction, I've been composing another poem with an Inazuman style. Although admittedly, I'm still quite the amateur. The theme of this poem is friendship, and indeed both of us can only lament that we did not meet sooner. One of the lines I would like to write depicts animals wandering the landscape in companionship with one another. Since this is an Inazuman poem, we must reference creatures unique to these lands.
We do see animals unique to Inazuma pretty often, whether it be ones that walk or fly. But since they all appear out in the wild, let's head out and search for them, Aya.
I am in your debt. Please help me take 4 photos of different animals from Inazuma then. Okay, animals found in Inazuma is the goal. Okay, so I'm gonna tell me. So I'm assuming that obviously the Kitsune is 1. Let's teleport. Because otherwise we'll take like a while. Okay, we also have 2 of these quests. This one and the next one related to it. Wait, where's... Oh, here. Right here. I just also realized this might be a bit tricky. I don't think this would count, but I want to check. Yeah, no, it doesn't count. The dog does not count. Regional animals. Oh, there's... Wait, this is... Yeah, animals is any living creature that is not a plant. Okay, so a crow should be another one. I should have put the camera on the wheel, but I didn't want to, so I didn't. Okay, let's see. know where that is. Oh, would these count? Where's one? Well, there are a lot of them are in the forest. Just shouldn't trigger them so they could stay. You know, one of the random things I think about is that I hope eventually we get more like customs added in the game, but specifically for the guys, because yeah. There we go. And could any of the Watatsumi Island ones work? I mean the the eels. Unagi is just a meat, right? I don't know. I don't eat it. There's so many kinds of foods I still haven't tried out in my life. Yeah, they do count. That's for pictures. Do you have the pictures ready, friend? Here they are. Let me see. Oh, these are great. I think I know what to write now. I have written a few more versions of a stanza based on the pictures that you brought. Why don't you pick the one we should use once again? Okay. It's interesting how there's this. Anyways. A new friend, yet... Oh. Ode to friendship. A new friend, yet as if from old days. How I wish our story could have begun there. Blank. Stars shine upon our meeting, the sky embellished with pearls twinkling. From the joy of union we are awakening, our sleeves inlaid with moonlit dews shimmering. They all end with the words that end with ing. Okay. Imagine all the nights of tale-telling and mystery enchanting. Or, imagine all our wild dreaming to borrow the wind in sunny days like birds flying. Or, imagine all the lakes and seas we could have gone roaming. Aww. I like the first one. Imagine all the nights of tale-telling, their mystery enchanting. Inazuman children often gather together to tell tales of yokai to test each other's courage. These experiences also become precious memories when they have grown up. I didn't expect that Len would be able to connect that to the pictures of these creatures. This stanza has deep meaning indeed. Friend, since both you and Ultimo love this phrase so, let us use it. Len's poem and the pictures complement each other a lot. Honestly, the poem just gets more and more moving as you read it and look at the images. To be honest, I have also been writing a poem for which I might need your aid tomorrow. Or technically today, though. Do you need me to take some pictures too? Let's talk about it in more detail tomorrow. legendary quest available though? Yeah. It's like, isn't it? Okay. We just have to wait like a whole 24 hours. And we're standing here for a whole day. Ah, you're here. Len wrote of our regret that we did not meet sooner yesterday, and so today I wish to gift him a verse as well. It is my honor to accept such a gift. Although I'm an old man now, after meeting friends from Mondstadt in recent days, I have grown quite interested in the place. For this poem, I wrote an imitation of Mondstadt's bards, and the verse will also mention some of that land's scenery. Unfortunately, I've never been to Mondstadt, but could you help me take a few pictures of Mondstadt's regional specialties? Leave it to me. In that case, I'll be counting on you. Just like in the previous days, 4 pictures will do the trick. Okay, that's pretty easy. We just have to go all the way to Mondstadt with the power of teleportation, and also make sure I don't accidentally do the commissions because I need them to raise Ayato and Yinjin's friendship points. Okay, it's pretty easy to find these because I always go here. Okay, so we have a window master. I want to take a picture of the flowers on the cliff here, the Cecilias. Why is there a random... Never mind. I have to be careful, mindful of where the commissions are, so I don't do them by accident. What? No, go away! Not in the mood to fight. Come on, you should be far. Good. Far away enough. So let's take these. I actually don't need them because all the characters that I have built don't need any. Like, okay, basically I have all the characters that already use Cecilia's, and I think so it's pointless. Anyways, oh, you smoke lamp grass. Some of these. Oh yeah, in just a few days I'm going to be ascending 2 more characters because I have the materials. I'm just not doing it yet because I want to make use of the BP period more thing. So, what else am I missing? Oh yeah, the actual hook berries. We're here, so maybe let's take a picture. We just have to, you know, climb this mountain. No biggie. No trouble at all. No big deal. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Sometimes I wonder the way I speak might be a sign that I'm just old. I'm not that old. Well then, how are the pictures coming along? Have them right here. Thank you, thank you. Ah, with these, I can finally pen a satisfactory poem down. Now then, let me think. Here's my draft, written according to the pictures you brought me. Why don't you choose the stanzas we should use? Okay, farewell, Mountain Sakura. Oh, I got all the stanzas this time. So, my friend, cast your glance upon the Sakura once more. 'Tis the first sip of a sweet sake. Savor its eternal tenderness that renders you in awe. So, my friend, cast your glance upon the Sakura once more. Blank. So, my friend, cast your glance upon the Sakura once more. 'Tis a newly written ballad on your lips. Bury it in your heart. Hang it high amidst the starry night. And we have among our oh, yeah, we had to click these to see them. Okay, 'tis the first bite on a wild berry. Oh, the sourness of curiosity you will never forget. Or, 'tis the first stride in search of the wind. On an unknown path a journey unfolds. Or, 'tis a freshly picked flower, its shape round and plump, like a throbbing heart when seeing a maiden in love, of love. Or, 'tis the steep cliff climbed in youth, a lonely silhouette lingering in a dream. Interesting. I managed to unlock them all by ending up finding the exact ones. Yeah, that's just insane. That's good. They're all pretty good this time around. Obviously, we could just pick whatever, but I do want to take my time. I like this one. I don't know, it's like between this and this that I like. And I think I might pick this one. It's the steep cliff climbed in youth, a lonely silhouette lingering in the dream. This line says that though one may leave Inazuma, the things one has seen here will remain in one's heart forever. Otomo's poem has really broken through the usual form of the Inazuman poem, yet it also uses its ancient style to depict all manner of unforgettable human experiences. Perhaps Perhaps he means to say that although Mondstadt and Inazuma may seem greatly different, they do share some common aesthetics, just as how the two of us, despite being from these different nations, were able to bond as poets. To think that you were able to grasp the feelings behind this verse so quickly, despite being so young. I didn't believe in the idea of making friends of disparate ages from yourself before, but now I know that it is true. What a joyful truth it is. And you too, learned young lady, that we three should have met here. There must be some destiny at play. Indeed, the trip to Inazuma was a pretty bumpy one, but none of that matters now. Even when I return to Mondstadt, I will remember everything I've seen here in Inazuma. This is also thanks to the pictures you brought. I hope that someday we three shall meet once again. We will. Aw, really lovely thing there. Oh, did we get... Yep. We got 2 levels. Oh yeah, I've been like looking for these ones because I need more of them. Also, we have the Theater Mechanicus, so let's get that out of the way. I'll probably do this on my own because of how like lengthy the process is. But let's go talk. Hello there, Iridori Festival goer. Come, try your hand at the all-new version of Theater Mechanicus. Hello again, Kamakata. Oh, so you do remember me, huh? It was all thanks to your ingenious strategies that I realized just how much more room Theater Mechanicus has left to improve. When the Stage of Wonders promotional event ended, I wrote to Ryujin to share my views with her. I never thought that we'd be on the exact same page. I guess I'm a pretty good overseas franchise owner, eh? Either way, after some back and forth between us, we've come up with the newest version of Theater Mechanicus, which we call the Stage of Brilliance. It draws inspiration from the endgame phase of Liyue chess games. When each new board of Stage of Brilliance opens, there will already be some devices present on the field. Players must analyze the situation and figure out how to use these devices and carefully ponder stratagems that might be used to achieve victory. The pace of Stage of Brilliance is faster than those of previous versions, all the better to test the players' judgment. It'll be a sword test and no mistake. That does sound interesting. I know, right? I can't wait to see how our customers react after playing. I think I finally got in the hang of being a franchise owner after all this time. As such, I'd like to use this Iridori Festival as an opportunity to get more people acquainted with this game. I've even heard that some big shot will be attending to assess its business prospects, so this might be our chance to make it big. Or at least, that's what I hope. So how about it? Why not give the Stage of Brilliance a go? Okay. I guess we could do 1 because it's tutorial. I think I know what to do. Oh, right click. Wait, what's in this? Did it tell me the enemies? Ah, here. Let's try this. We'll do one round here, and then, okay, we'll just place a bunch of these around. Okay, let's see how this goes. Yeah, I know how this works because I've done all the event ones at this point. Oh. Oh, I hate this so much. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, obviously something I'll be doing on my own time. Obviously, as I said. Yeah, this is basically the whole thing. You mostly just stand around. Yeah, this is something I obviously will do on my own time. Oh, just obtain the score. Okay, it's not like as strict as before. Because before, like, it was like, how do I put this? I got so many people talking. Like, it's like, basically it's like, there's some, like goals where you have to defeat all the enemies from, like, you know, going into the thing. And sometimes it's really difficult with the fast running enemies, so yeah. So it is a little different this time. Okay. Anyways, not that. Now we can do the anecdote. Okay. Actually, let's go stand at this specific spot so we don't accidentally trigger anything. I hope. Right here. Okay, let's go do the Iridori anecdote. About that time we saved the Tanuki photo board. Festival Deeds Part 2. Kimura, the Dojin in charge of maintaining order at the Iridori Festival, seems to be having a hard time. Oh, and we get the recipe. Ooh, let's do that. Okay, let's go see what this is about. Hope no NPCs are clipping into the ground.
Not bad at all. The 5 Cosset Plaza is looking absolutely amazing.
So, what's the point of the story again?
So many complaints. What should I do?
Need any help?
Ah, are you the traveler who my superior said would come and help us out? You came at the perfect time. We're facing a small problem here. As you know, the Iridori Festival is underway. In addition to all the things on sale, there's a lot of free entertainment programs available. But today, we received numerous complaints that a group of people have been hogging the Tanuki photo board. They won't leave so no one else gets to use it. What a headache.
Can't you drive them away?
Well, we tried talking to them, but the original point of these entertainment facilities was to let people freely enjoy the festival. So in principle, it's open to everyone. And there's no time limit on usage. This means that as long as they haven't done anything technically illegal, even if they keep hogging it, there is nothing we can do. So, can you try negotiating with them for us? If these complaints can't be resolved and Madame Kujo finds out, I'll lose my bonus this month for sure.
Hogging a photo board, huh? We know who would do something like that. Should we go and have a look?
Thank you so much. You'll find them by the Tanuki photo board just east of the square.
What? Oh, okay. I think the other quest didn't completely say completed yet. That was weird. Okay, let's go. Yet. I guess the moment Paimon brought it up.
Well, if it isn't our Takiito and his gang.
Not like that at all.
Paimon knew it was gonna be them. Let's go and see what all this is about.
Okay. Well, at least now NPCs are clipped into the ground because... Hello again.
Hey, traveler, Paimon, what's happening?
Why is my Celia out? I guess this isn't technically a story quest.
Oh, you came here for the Iridori Festival too? Oh, see, I knew it! Great minds think alike, huh?
You're such a child. We're here to take care of a little problem.
Yo, right. Yeah, well, who's got a problem? The Arataki gang considers it our born duty to help those in need.
I love the choices. Who do you think? You are the problem.
Wait, huh?
The Arataki gang is the problem! The Tenryou Commission said you guys have been hogging the photo board and nobody else has had a chance to use it.
Oh, well, no, we haven't.
Well, they received quite a few complaints. Would you care to explain?
It's kind of a long story. Hey, Mamoru, you're up. Explain the situation to these good people.
Yes, boss. The story starts 2 months ago, when we first found out about the Iridori Festival. As everyone knows, this is a festival all about showcasing culture, with books on all kinds of topics on display and for sale. Our boss is very forward-thinking. He thought we should seize this golden opportunity to publish some material introducing the Arataki gang and help craft a glorious public image.
He also said we can make some money out of it to support ourselves.
Well, that wasn't the main reason, obviously.
Of course that was your main reason.
At first, we had plenty of time. In 2 months, boss planned to write 60 pages.
But 1 month in, and he'd written a grand total of 1 line.
Well, I mean, come on, you gotta make sure the quality is up to scratch.
More like worst procrastinator ever.
So we cut some of the planned content, and figured it would still be fine if we could put out 20 pages in the next month.
But the day after that, the boss got a hold of this card game called Genius Invocation TCG. Everyone loved it!
It felt like we only played a few rounds, but before we knew it, half a month had gone by. I'm telling you, this game, it's pretty incredible.
I was just gathering inspiration for my writing. What?
Sure you were. Inspiration that has absolutely nothing to do with what you were writing about.
So then we only had 2 weeks left. No way was that going to be enough time to publish a book. Boss said we should just make a colorful flyer instead. That way we'd only need to think of a slogan.
That makes more sense. It shouldn't take too long to think of a slogan, right?
Yeah, it didn't take long at all. We came up with 30 slogans between us in just half a day.
But 30 was too many, and we couldn't agree with each other on which one to use. It took us a week to make the final decision.
That was when we realized we'd have to pay an expensive express fee for the printing, because there was so little time left.
And we couldn't afford it.
You gotta take it slow if you want to do something well. Pay an express fee and they're gonna do a rush job, and then there's gonna be all sorts of problems. The Arataki gang only puts out the very best into the world, and that is why I decided to give up on that project.
Sure, whatever makes you happy.
That, yep, well said. You gotta do what keeps you happy. Same goes for humans and Oni alike. And it's not every day that you get to go to an Iridori festival, right? So priority number 1 right now is enjoying ourselves to the max.
And the way you chose to enjoy yourselves was to commandeer a novelty photo board?
So at first, boss brought us here to buy some drinks. He said there was some sort of Iridori Festival limited edition soft drink available.
That's right. This ain't no ordinary drink either. It's a special edition joint creation of Sailing Breeze and Yai Publishing House, as featured in the popular novel Pretty Please Kitsune Guji.
What?
But when we got to the festival, the staff wouldn't let us in because of our unusual outfits. They said we had to show up looking like our normal selves before they'd let us in.
We'd invested a lot of time and money into the way we looked, and then they accused us of spoiling the image of the city.
One thing led to another, and by the time we finally got to Sailing Breeze's booth, all the drinks were sold out. We were pretty disappointed, but there was nothing we could do. Then we saw this photo board on the way back. Boss said we can't let the trip go to waste, so...
So you decided to take over the whole area for your own use?
I beg to differ. It's public property. We didn't commandeer anything. We're just making sure public resources get used to the max.
Yeah, boss is right. We're the ones making the most out of this thing.
Never let a single moment in your life go to waste. That's our policy in the Arataki gang, and we're out here making sure this photo board gets the most out of its lifespan too.
Oh, brother, what a noble cause.
You could also go buy some books.
But we spent so much money on our appearance. We only had enough left for one of those drinks. We don't have anywhere near enough to buy books.
Well, you can't just take over this photo board for yourselves because it's free and you don't have any money. Other people have the right to use it too.
I guess when you put it like that, I can kind of see where you're coming from.
So come on, let someone else have their turn already.
But you know full well that the Arataki gang has a reputation to uphold. If I say I'm gonna make the most out of this board, then I have to live up to my words. If we just scrap our plan like that, we'd be going against our word. A gang's gotta have integrity, or it does huge damage to your prestige. That being said, we won't have to worry about any of that if we can settle this the Arataki way.
The Arataki way, huh? Paimon has a bad feeling about this.
So I, Arataki numero uno Ito, challenge you to an all-out, no-holds-barred, anything-goes duel. If you win, I will leave this board alone.
Wait, do you mean a beetle fight?
Oh, beetle fighting is an awesome idea! Just so happens I caught myself a true beast of an Oni Kabuto the other day. I call it Demon of Darkness. Unfortunately, I didn't bring Demon of Darkness with me today, so...
Well, that's a relief.
So, how are we gonna do this duel? Let's think. Yeah, wow, this is a tough nut to crack. Let me think for a second.
Hey, look! Isn't that Toma? Guess he's here for the festival too. Why don't we ask Toma how to do this duel? Paimon bets he'll have tons of ideas. Toma! Toma! Over here!
Hey, Traveler and Paimon.
Please, get in line over here.
Talk to Toma. Hey, should I remove my Sealy? Because, as you guys have clearly see, this isn't actually a story quest, so the Sealy doesn't disappear.
What a nice surprise meeting you guys here.
What brings you here?
Well, I heard that a certain well-known individual had made an appearance at the festival and taken quite a liking to the Tanuki photo board. Since the Yashiro Commission is the host of this festival, I felt I simply had to come and meet them in person. Red horns. If I'm not mistaken, you must be the esteemed Arataki Ito, leader of the widely renowned Arataki gang. Is that right?
Toma, my bro, your eyes do not deceive you. And you are the housekeeper extraordinaire of the Kamisato clan. You're quite the celebrity yourself, you know.
Well, I'm flattered, Ito. And it's nice to meet you too, bro.
Whoa. There's a serious bromance developing here.
I didn't expect to run into both Ito and the Traveler here. Speaking of which, I kind of count as the host here, so is anything wrong? Don't worry, you can tell me anything.
It's all Ito. He wants to...
No, it's no big deal. We were just about to have a duel, and, we're trying to think of what format it should take.
Oh, a duel. In that case, I have a suggestion. Since your duel is taking place at the Iridori Festival, why don't you have a volunteering competition? Then, you can both do your part for the Iridori Festival while settling your duel at the same time. What do you think?
Volunteering competition? Sounds a little low-key. Not quite hardcore enough for the Arataki gang. I give this idea an interest rating of 2 points. One for the Traveler, one for Toma.
Boss means, 2 points out of 100.
Yeah, this job isn't the most high stakes, that's for sure. It just takes a little patience and responsibility. Also, since it's volunteering, by definition, there's no remuneration. All you'll get is this special edition drink from Sailing Breeze, as a small token of appreciation. On second thought, this is nowhere near enough for the prestigious Arataki gang. I don't know what I was thinking.
Wait a sec. What was that part about the, token of appreciation?
Oh, it's just a special edition drink produced by Yae Publishing House and Sailing Breeze. It's really nothing special.
Boss, that's the one! If we take this gig, we'll get that drink!
Oh, so, Toma, my bro, my guy, my dude. Maybe I didn't explain properly. When I said 2 points, that's out of a total of 2. If there's one thing the Arataki gang is known for, I kid you not, it's our patience and responsibility. It's an awesome idea, totally hardcore, practically tailor-made just for me. Traveler, let's do this for our duel, huh? It'll be amazing! Whoever volunteers the hardest wins. What do you think?
You didn't seem too interested in it just a second ago.
There's actually no need for it to duel after all. If you want that drink, just ask Thelma.
Hey, this is the mighty Arataki, above all bold-blooded Ito you're talking to here. I'ma say what I mean what I say, might sound mean, but I say it anyway kind of guy. And I say, we're gonna have this duel.
That dialogue is just so beautiful.
AKA doesn't want people to know he's only doing it for the drinks kind of guy.
If it's decided, then allow me to take the role of your judge. The volunteer work is simple. You just need to give your help to people who need it during the festival. I will assign some job requests that I've already received to you. If you're ready, we can begin.
Okay, our first job is to help a busy vendor. His stand is just nearby.
Okay, give me a second. Ah, my ears. Oh yeah, something I wanted to comment between cutscenes is like, considering obviously this according to the voiceovers and the bulletin boards, did you also have someone with him named Kuki Shinobu? And I'm like, half the time I wonder where she is when Ito's doing his own thing or something. I just think. Anyways, oh gosh.
Are you the volunteers? Perfect timing. As you can see, there's a lot of dust and dead leaves around my stand. I've just been so busy with my customers these past few days. I keep meaning to sweep up, but I just haven't found a spare moment. Can you help me clean up the place, please? Thank you so much.
Windblade.
What? Oh, right.
You're finished already? Wow, you work hard. You're wonderful people, all you volunteers. Thank you so much.
Let's see. Our next job is to help a visitor.
Hello.
Hey, miss! Come and help me!
Hey, Kujirai! Fancy meeting you here at the festival. But we don't have time to play games with you right now.
I'm not playing games. I'm in trouble. I heard they were selling a new kind of tamari at the festival, so I came to check it out. But I couldn't find it anywhere. And then I went and lost my current one. It's gotta be nearby. I still had it a moment ago. Can you help me, miss?
So basically, every time we run into you, we have to go tamari hunting.
Thanks for your support. Please, get in line over here.
Okay, it just tells me. Okay.
Great! Now I can play the tamari game again. Thanks, miss.
Okay, one last job. We need to help move some goods at the port. Let's go!
Please, get in line over
Okay, apparently Ito finished things, but we still are doing stuff. Because that's part of our quest. I like how I just like think now, it's like, where's Shinobu and all this? Like while Ito's just off doing stuff like this. Okay, not the immediate thing we're doing, but you know.
Are you the festival volunteers? Oh, great. I was just wondering what to do about these goods. It's been really busy lately and all the workers at the port are swamped. But I have to get all this fresh soy milk delivered to the warehouse as soon as possible. It'll go bad if it's left outside too long. Can you please help me take it to the warehouse? My coworker Takeuchi will be waiting for you there. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, and also something I should probably mention. I think it's pretty obvious, but of course, I think it's because of my graphics setting. Like, you could kind of tell there's some, like, blurry textures sometimes. It's always been like that, by the way. Probably because I never, like, changed this thing. Let me check. Yeah, it's on high default. Yeah. So... yeah, so I'm like on the highest quality for PC. Yeah, I was just looking. Okay. Because like I would just like, because something I noticed for like months now is that like the like you see like some blurry textures on characters, and that's pretty much normal. It just, that's how it is. I think it's a little more refined on like PlayStation or something. So, yeah, that's something. But other than that, it's pretty fine, so, yeah. I just can't help but notice it.
You must be the volunteers here to save the day. You must be tired. Put down the goods and have a rest. I heard the Yashiro Commission has arranged for Sailing Breeze to prepare some special drinks for the volunteers as a way of saying thank you. Soy milk is actually one of the ingredients for the drink. It's freshly made every day. In fact, the last batch of soy milk we processed has just been sent over. You'll get to try it very soon.
What? So Sailing Breeze's special drink has soy milk in it?
Oh, I just realized what this means! Uh-oh. It just clicked.
Ito won't be able to drink that!
Yeah, I just realized that.
Hurry! We've got to get to Sailing Breeze before he does!
Yeah, I don't think he needs to, like, pass out for a month again. Oh yeah, by the way, because I obviously max out friendship on all characters, that includes Ito, and, in the line where he talks about Yai Miko, although it's not labeled Yai Miko, it just says about the lady with the fox ears or something. So, if, as you know, when you talk to NPCs, they mention the ramen eating thing, and it had, like, tofu with, like, soybeans in it. Like, the tofu, and, according to his voice lines, he was bedridden for a month from that. But, of course, during his story quests, I even questioned, like, how on earth did you survive from that, considering your allergy? Jeez. Yeah, so... yes,
What took you so long? I've been here ages. Completed my tasks a long time ago. So there you have it. When volunteering is the name of the game, no one volunteers harder than Arataki Ito. You lose, I win, and to the victor go the special edition spoils. Behold, the Drink of Champions, created by Sailing Breeze in collaboration with Yai Publishing House, and as featured in the popular work, Pretty Please Kitsune Guji? Woo, all this talk's making me thirsty. Don't mind if I do. Drink of Champions, it's time to come home.
Wait, there are soybeans in the drink. And he drinks it. Oh, God.
Woo! That's the good stuff. That was a mighty fine drink. Although, Maybe it was past its prime.
About
Boss, they said they think there might be, beans in the drink.
Huh?
Oh god.
Ah! The boss is down! The boss is down!
Yeah.
Quick, get him to a doctor.
What's wrong? Can't Arataki Ito drink soy products?
He's allergic to beans!
Oh, my goodness. Okay, quick, grab Ito and follow me. I'll get a doctor. I sure hope it's not too serious. I'm sorry, I didn't even consider this possibility. It was all my fault. Leave Ito to me. I'll make sure he stands again. Don't worry, I'll see you later.
So, your friend is allergic to beans. It's a very rare condition, though I have heard about it. I'm so sorry that our drink caused such a problem. I feel terrible. If you don't mind, please, take this. This is a special drink formula with no soy milk. I could see that your friend enjoyed this drink a lot. Although it tastes slightly different without the soy milk, I'm sure this version will be more suitable for your friend. Please accept it, along with our sincere apologies.
Okay. And it just ends. Oh dear.
Welcome home, almighty Shogun.
Oh. Oh gosh. Yeah, rule number 1 in life, before you, take part in, you know, eating anything or drinking anything, be sure to make sure you read the ingredients label, because that's very important. I know there are people who just like, oh, they see the ingredients to go like, but if you have allergies, it's very much important to check those. Luckily for me, I don't really have allergies, although I may have, like, something when it comes to, like, strawberries. It's kind of hard to tell because I can still eat them, but I don't have, like, anything, like, very, like, severe or noticeable. So, yeah. Well, that's something to know, to tell you guys. I have this, lady. Yeah, if you ask about the ears, it's a prop. And it's a costume. Yeah, they're advertising the book here.
Crowdsourcing competition is now underway.
Oh gosh, oh, I think that's it for now. Unless you guys want... Actually, I'm pre-recording this, so I doubt you guys would want to watch me do Theater Mechanicus. Oh yeah, we got the recipe. Where is it? Oh yeah, I bought one of these from the shop. I never read this. A unique drink. Having featured in the famous light novel Pretty Please Kitsune Guji, it has since been brought to life by Sailing Breeze in collaboration with Yae Publishing House, along with its fascinating flavor. As this version does not contain any bean products, it is slightly different from the special limited edition that was available during the Irodori Festival, but this also means that there's no risk of triggering any bean allergies. I didn't. Oh yeah, I just realized I never actually read this description, so of course I had no idea what to expect. Oh dear, poor Ito. Once again, let's go see that recipe. I can make it. Oh yeah, I have mastered every single recipe I've gotten. Like, I'll show you guys. Where is it? Is it here? Wait, no, not here. The Art of Venture. Yeah. Master 40 recipes. Oh yeah, 109. It'll be 109 here soon. Yeah, I've collected every recipe since I started, since I started playing Genshin back, in 2020, December. So, wait, where's the thing? But yeah, always take allergy seriously. Was it in here? Yeah, here we go. So it has regular milk, lavender melon, calla lily, and mints. Okay, we need to make like Okay, we're not gonna pick Ayato, otherwise we're getting suspicious dishes every second. Quick and easy. This should be in our archive as well because I bought the drink, but it didn't get put into the archive. I know this is not necessary to show you guys, but I'm just doing it anyway. Oh, it's 15. I didn't realize it was 15, so we're gonna be here for quite a bit of time. Yes, I have mastered every single recipe now. Cause you know, when you have so much time, like free time, when you're not doing semester classes, and you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna collect a bunch of items in the game, and then you make all these recipes. Yeah, that tends to happen. I mean, honestly, this drink looks kind of tasty. Honestly. But of course, I don't think you could just make it in real life. Actually, I think there is someone out there who has been, like, actually making some of the Genshin recipes in real life. Which is actually pretty cool. But at the same time, I'm like, how are you able to do that? Like, what are the substitute ingredients that you use to make it? Like, you know, it gives you some time for thought. Like, how did they make this in the real world? And also, once again, oh my god. Considering Shinobu is part of the Arataki gang as well, like, I'm just like, half the time, I'm just like, where is she? Whenever Ito's up to, like, something that's not good. It's like, where is she? Oh yeah, and obviously, as we all know, official Genshin Twitter, for example, has shared what the Kuki Shinobu looks like. So now we have a like visual for her now, and I love the fan art. I think I love the fan art where it's like shenanigans going on. That's like my favorite of the fan art. Yeah. So yeah, that is it. Oh yeah, also obviously I finished streaming the Chasm, and there is like additional quests like this like popping up now, but I won't be recording them because you know, they're like there's some things that are only unlocked over the course of days, and I don't want to bother with that. So yeah. What else? I think that's mostly it. I don't know. Yeah, that's it for now of the event. And the next stuff is in 2 days. It says, again, it says 1 day, but that means 2, because after a day actually passes it goes into hours. So the next ones will be in 2 days, and then 4 days for the last one. And unfortunately, I think that's on a day I have class for the majority of my day, so I will have to do that on Thursday instead. That's gonna be fun. Well, not like in a bad way, just in a way of I actually have to wait like a whole 24 hours before I play it. Actually, maybe not. It depends on if I have time afterwards. I don't know, I'm gonna be busy next week, so I have to figure out my schedule. Anyways, that will be all for today. So next time, obviously, the Act 3 and the other things will be available. Actually, no, I should save the rest of the event on a separate day, considering there will be more, like, things unlocked as well. I don't know, I'll figure it out. Either way, it will be uploaded, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Anyways, that'll be all for today. Nice to see how things are progressing. We cleared up the situation regarding the missing books. It was all because Xingqiu wanted to have a really good signature, considering, you know, messy handwriting. Understandable. And finished the poems, and started Theater Mechanicus, and did the second Iridori anecdote, And, poor Ito, once again. Oh dear. Again, also take your allergies very seriously. Yeah. So anyway, thank you all for watching. And I'll see you all next time.